looked like, and this is what it looks like today. When archaeologists began excavations here, they uncovered a hidden world of ruins that hadn't been seen for centuries. Over time, the city of Rome had risen by more than 10 meters, burying ancient buildings deep underground and rendering them forgotten. This phenomenon isn't unique to Rome. Across the globe, ancient ruins lie buried beneath modern cities. As streets and infrastructure rise over generations, layers of history get sealed away. The ancient city of Troy is a remarkable example rebuilt 10 times, forming distinct layers stacked directly atop one another. Even Seattle hides a network of abandoned shops and buildings beneath its streets. So why are cities built on top of older cities? Is the ground actually rising, or is something else happening? Why does history so often end up buried underground? To answer these questions, let's explore how civilizations continuously build over their own remains. We'll uncover the fascinating layers beneath Rome, investigate the strange mounds of the Middle East, and reveal the deliberately buried city beneath Seattle. There is no single reason why cities layer over time. After the Great Fire of Rome, in the 1st century, much of the city had to be rebuilt. But instead of clearing away the debris, builders often flattened the rubble and built directly on top. Each time a disaster struck, whether fire, earthquake, or flood, the same process repeated. Ruins were buried, and new streets were raised above the old. One of the clearest examples of this is the Basilica of San Clemente in Rome. The Basilica Visible. Today was built in the 12th century, directly atop a 4th century church, which itself was built over a mysterious pagan temple. That temple was constructed on the foundations of an even older Roman house, and beneath that, even more ancient ruins lie hidden. Altogether, the valley in which San Clemente stands is now 18 meters higher than it was in the 1st century. Here's how it happened. In the 1st century, a Roman villa stood in a valley near where the Colosseum would later be built. After being damaged in a fire, it was converted into a temple to Mithras, a mysterious Roman cult. By the late 4th century, Christians partially destroyed the Mithra shrine and constructed a basilica atop it to promote their growing religion. That church served the Christian population for about 800 years until it fell into disrepair. By the 12th century, repeated fires and construction had raised the ground level significantly. Instead of demolishing the old basilica, builders simply constructed a new basilica on top. Over time, the lower layers were filled in and forgotten until the 1800s, when archaeologists rediscovered them. A staircase now descends from the modern basilica to the 1st century temple, where murals dedicated to Mithras and a modern addition, the Opera web browser logo, remain preserved on the walls. But some cities tell even older stories. Across the Middle East, flat-topped mounds known as tels like Tel Avar mark the sites of ancient cities.